I'm the third one, and this is his sixth child. Someone said, ooh. Right, couldn't have been me. All right, till the rich nigga put that pressure on you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing Jasmine Brown and her relationship with Cam Newton. We're also looking at how she used to think, what she used to say about women, setting boundaries in relationships, and also women having self-worth and having self-love, and the apparent flip in her stance now that she's in a relationship with Cam Newton. Now, if you don't know who Jasmine Brown is, here is a brief introduction to who Jasmine Brown is. Now, Jasmine Brown is a female stand-up comedian and an influencer. Now, there are some videos where she used to talk to women about setting boundaries, about doing things while they are in a relationship, and also having love for themselves and knowing what they are worth.
These are women who try to do everything right just so a man can choose me. Yeah, cut that shit out. Cause I'm gonna keep it real with you. Men already know what they want in a woman and who they want. But if you're so nurturing and you're an asset and it's not you, they'll never tell you to stop doing what you're doing because it's beneficial. And I don't want to hear none of that shit like, oh, I'm just a nice person, I'm genuinely like that. Well, bitch, you gonna genuinely get played. Besties, what's up? Listen, I gotta say this. A lot of people gonna get mad at me, but I'm just gonna say it. And I want to speak to a particular group of women where it's like, the question is, why do you feel so entitled to the money of the man that you having sex with? Why do you feel entitled to his money? No, real question. This is not a judgment question. This is just a real question. Like, why do you feel entitled to his money? Because you're having sex with him? Girl, I just seen him blow $30,000 at the casino. He can buy me that $18,000 watch. It's just $18,000. I seen him blow it. You know what he was doing? You know what that was called? Doing what he want to do with his own money. That's what. Because this is the thing. I used to think just like that. Before I started making my own money and I was like kicking it with niggas for lunch dates and little bullshit like that, knowing that I was broke as hell. When I started making my own money, my whole life changed. I remember one time I got so mad at this guy because he spent $5,000 at the blackjack table in 10 seconds. I'm like telling my friend like, oh, well, he should have asked me if I had food in my fridge before he spent all that money. He didn't even ask me if I was straight. You knew you ain't had no food in your fridge before you went out. And why is it his job? Because he f***ing you? Girl, gone. You's grown. And I know y'all gonna talk shit about my relationship. Oh, well, you with a nigga with money. And yep, and he with a bitch money too, bitch, period. And when you make your own money, you realize that the relationships that you have, a lot of them are out of survival. So when you have your own, you're with people because you really want to be. Anything my nigga do for me is icing on the cake because I take care of myself. The real flex is being with someone because you want to be, not because you need them to survive.
Now, she used to talk about being a strong, independent woman, being someone that sets boundaries in a relationship, being someone that is not really going to be dependent on a guy and stuff like that. So she used to allegedly attack pick-me's and try to get women to be strong, try to get women to not accept the bare minimum in their relationship. Now, she got into a relationship with Cam Newton. Cam Newton is an ex-NFL player. He's rich and he also has multiple children. So he has a couple of baby mamas and about 7 kids before he had a kid with Jasmine Brown. So Jasmine Brown is now the 3rd baby mama and the mother of his 8 kids, but 2 of the 8 kids are adopted kids. So she's the mother of his 8 kids, but the mother of his 6th biological kid.
Congratulations to Cam Newton and his lovely girlfriend Jasmine Brown welcoming their first child today. Cam Newton is now a father of 8 children. He's in sole possession of 2nd place, passing Phillip Rivers, who has 7 kids. But he's still 6 away from the all-time record and the GOAT, Antonio Cromartie, who has 14 kids. When it's all said and done and they hang up the jerseys, the cleats, the condoms, who will hold the NFL record for most children?
If y'all don't know, I'm the third one, and this is his 6th child. Someone said, ooh. Right, couldn't have been me. All right, till the rich nigga put that pressure on you. You'll never be. Bitch, you ain't never had. like you better be. Oh, you better than me? I am. What the hell? And I'm reading this shit. It's so funny because he was clapping back at a couple of people. He was clapping back at a couple of people in the comments too, which was great. I was like, yeah, man, get him. Can't nobody read your font, but
Now, a lot of people had things to say about her, her relationship, how she's now a baby mama to Cam Newton. She's like the third baby mama and she's giving birth to his 8 kids. And also about how Cam Newton has kind of insinuated in a latest podcast that he's still looking for the person that is going to marry. Now, people had a lot to say about this whole situation, so let's check out what people had to say. Then I'll come back to share what I think about this whole situation.
Black women, we stay fumbling. We stay fumbling. Jasmine, baby, you had one job. One job. And you already possess the skills that you were talking about on these podcasts. That you were submissive, that you were working on these soft skills. What is not clicking, black woman? You just had to get the ring. And then you do it in the natural way, and it should be done in the way God intended. You get the ring, then you get the child. The greatest gift that you give a man is his child, his legacy. What don't y'all fucking understand?
This really upsets me a little bit. I don't know how to feel, but when I saw this, I wasn't happy. I guess the main thing that I don't like is that instead of just promoting her tour, the title is Baby Mama 3. Like, so we've taken the attention off of you being funny and talented and, you know, you have all these followers because of what you do, but now it's about you being someone's third baby mother. Now, I don't know if this is just me, but when I grew up, my mom used to instill in me, and I think I still have this, and no shade to the girlies, but I don't want to be anyone's baby mother. And I definitely don't want to promote that to other people. Like, look at me. I'm not the first one. I'm not the second one. I'm the third one. Absolutely not.
So Page 6 is reporting that Cam Newton's girlfriend, Jasmine Brown, is pregnant with their first baby and his 8th baby. And if that was the story, I'd stop right here. Now I had to get to the quotes. And someone had tweeted this and said, her naming her tour Third Time's the Charm and being the third with baby number 8 is some nasty work. Women really get nasty AF when it comes to a man. And I said, tour? What tour? Y'all, this is the tour poster. Now, don't get me wrong. Back in the day, I used to love her skits because she was Toya Turn Up. Now, this is Toya. And if y'all don't know Toya Turn Up, well, then you don't know the rent due. But Jasmine had posted this, and this is her flyer. It says, Baby Mama, Jasmine watched Jazzy Brown's Third Time's the Charm tour. And then these are the cities I'm assuming that she's going to be touring in. And people were a little bit perturbed at her saying Third Time's the Charm. Come on, Jasmine. What's going on, babe? And I had to get to the comments because somebody said this. If you worked at Walmart, you think she'd be pregnant by him? Let's just use our heads now. Now, another person had tweeted this and said, it's just weird because she has so much to say negatively about being a baby mama. Now look. Another person here by the name of Splash Blessing said, it's all fun and games till he's saying 4th time's the winner with baby mama number 4, baby number 9. And don't let him propose to the next one. Woo, child. Somebody said, in a few weeks, it's a wrap. And she replied back and said, I know her tears gonna be salty. Don't ever mock the last woman's pain. That is so true. Tell me.
This is what cosplaying self-love and boundaries can get you into with this whole situation with Jasmine Brown and Cam Newton. Now, if you don't know who Jasmine Brown is, she is an influencer who started off her journey to stardom and influencing by preaching self-love, saying no to being a pick-me, and being strong in your boundaries when it comes to dating and love. And she also cosplayed like a role of a ghetto black girl as well sometimes, called, I think it was Toya. Anyways, besides the point, that's a little background on her. She is now the third baby mother to Cam Newton, who already has 6 biological kids and I think 2 adoptive kids, so 8 kids total. So when I saw Jasmine doing all these interviews on, all the things she does for Cam Newton and being in love and all this stuff, immediately knew all her boundaries, all the self-love and everything she was talking was out the window, because she had gotten like the man of her dreams, or a man of high status and caliber in her eyes. But this is what happens when you cosplay self-love, boundaries, and all of these things, is that I always say self-love and everything goes really well when you are by yourself, when you aren't in a relationship with anybody who can confront or challenge those things you've set in place for yourself. Because yes, you can feel like you have all the self-love and the boundaries and everything when you're single. As soon as you get into a relationship, all of that is challenged. And so what happens is, when it's challenged, either you stand firm on your boundaries and your self-love and your non-negotiables, or you crumble to appease the man so you don't lose them. And so what happens is, you go on this self-love journey, people go on the self-love journey, and then they're on it for so long that they're like, yes, I finally get, quote, rewarded with a good man by having done all the work. And so now you're like, yes, I've done it, I've done the work, good job, I get my reward. All that self-love can fall to the ground, because I have somebody who values me as much as I value myself. However, what you have to understand about some men is that they can kind of see past the glass or the door of, this is just a door I have to get through. When I get through, then I'll get her to give me what I want, which in this case is what happened with Jasmine Brown. Again, this is my opinion, but this is what happened in this case, is that she went from, I'm a strong woman, got my boundaries, to I'll unpack your bags, that sort of thing, where it seemed like she became like a little puppy dog in a sense. And so because you let down your guard, you let down your boundaries, your standards, your non-negotiables, all that has been put to the wayside, because you've now found this man that gives you everything that you want and need and all these things. You let go of your boundaries, and now you're kind of in this essentially waiting game. Now you're waiting for him to pull the trigger, for him to propose, for him to do these things, versus standing on your boundaries. And if you're not getting what you want, then you exit, because now you have a child, which makes it a little bit harder to leave. Now you feel like you have time invested, which makes it a little bit harder to leave. And so instead of standing strong on your boundaries and your self-love and your self-worth, you now have to essentially either break away from that relationship, or you get embarrassed, which makes you go right back into the cycle of, I gotta focus on me and self-love and all that thing. And you get caught up in the cycle again, unless you break it and stop cosplaying self-love, boundaries.
So this is the woman who became his third baby mother. And this is the way she was talking about quote-unquote pick-me's before she got with Cam Newton.
These are women who try to do everything right just so a man can choose me. Yeah, cut that shit out. Cause I'm gonna keep it real with you. Men already know what they want in a woman and who they want. But if you're so nurturing and you're an asset and it's not you, they'll never tell you to stop doing what you're doing, because it's beneficial. And I don't want to hear none of that shit like, oh, I'm just a nice person, I'm genuinely like that. Well, bitch, you gonna genuinely get played.
Submissive woman do for her man?
So now she was on a podcast speaking very differently than she was in her car when she was talking about pick-me's. She, by her own definition, is a pick-me, and he's going to continue to use and use and use her while she continues to give and give and give.
So you guys have seen what people have to say about Jasmine Brown and her relationship with Cam Newton. Now, she also has heard what people are saying, and she has made some videos talking about her relationship and talking about how she loves to serve, how she's taking care of her baby daddy's other kids, which are bonus kids and the rest.
Woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, they're always like, oh, how you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's rotten. I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like, he's rotten. But I love that. Like, I want him to be that. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. And I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining. But my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like, I'm just embracing it. Like, that's who I am. Like, if I love you, I can heal you.
It's your joy.
It is my joy. You know, I love to see him eating the meal that I cooked. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest, you know? So know what that means. And that works for us because he wants what I have to offer.
So would you do what you're doing for a broke dude?
What do you call broke?
Requires your financial support as well.
No. I mean,
I've done the whole strong, independent black woman who don't need no man thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that girl. I'm trying to find that balance between my career and my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a stepmom, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a life partner, I'm like a helpmate, but I'm also a career woman. I'm also an actress, a comedian, a writer.
Yes.
Like I do all the things. But I noticed that like in my relationship, I feel so much joy when like everyone is taken care of and the house is clean and the kids are fed and they're happy and homework is done.
Yes.
And they took their baths already and my man is happy and he ate and everybody's good and I'm just sitting back and cause I don't even sit down and eat anymore, child.
Yeah.
I eat in the kitchen.
As you're making it.
Yeah, like I just will stand up and be in that corner and be like, look at the piece that I've created. And it's just I find so much fulfillment in that. But also it's like, okay, I'm still a boss.
You know, Taco Tuesday is a holiday in this house, and my baby's helping me cook. We got the quesadillas, the yellow rice, the pico, the chalupas are made to order, the special tacos are made to order. Everything else here is done. Chopped up the lettuce real thin like I like it. Everything is good to go. I'm just waiting for everybody to get home so they can have a hot meal after practice. And it's up and it's stuck. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Now that everything is done, I'm gonna put my baby to sleep. I don't know about y'all. I don't know what brings you guys joy, but it really brings me joy to serve. I love being a servant. I love to serve. It just brings me joy. I love it. I love serving. I love it. I love it. I don't give a damn. I'll be up at 6 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, cooking breakfast, serving. I just love that. I love it. Yeah. It's like, it just gives me purpose. And now with the new baby, now I just feel even more purposeful, especially like when I breastfeed. I feel so full of life. I love it. I love it. All right, come on, baby. Let's go night-night.
Cam Newton's fourth baby, Mama Jasmine Brown, states that she would rather be a fourth baby mama to a rich man than build with a regular man. This perspective is problematic because it prioritizes financial wealth over building meaningful and supportive relationships based on mutual respect and growth. Choosing a partner solely for their wealth can lead to unhealthy dynamics and ignores the value of building a solid foundation with someone who may not have as much money, but offers love, stability, and partnership. It perpetuates harmful stereotypes and diminishes the significance of personal fulfillment and happiness that come from a balanced and loving relationship.
Oh, Jasmine Brown. She came on here talking about, I just love to serve. In her response to the backlash, she said, I love
to serve. I'm a servant. If my man says get up at 4 a.m., I'm gonna get up at 4 a.m. and make that breakfast, baby. But my thing is this, okay? If you love to serve so much, I suggest, and honestly, who am I? But I suggest you start by serving the Lord. Oh my God, hallelujah. Start by serving him, because first and foremost, you're supposed to be what? A servant of the Lord. You believe in God, you're Christian. You're not supposed to be serving a man. You're not supposed to be serving a man, specifically a man that is not yours. A man that is not yours. He got on that podcast and said, I'm still searching for my wife. But you want to serve him so damn much. And then this is what had got me, you guys. Her and Cam were dancing right after this to a country song. If you don't know the country song Keep On Rolling, go ahead and look it up. He basically says he don't see the point in having one woman when he can have three. One woman to hold me down. One woman to lift me up. He said something like, and one woman who's going to stay around and still not give a fuck. So if you're going to leave, go ahead and walk out the door. Because one thing I know for certain is one monkey ain't going to stop no show. You're the monkey. Jasmine, you're the monkey in this whole thing, because he said one of y'all ain't gonna stop shit. The second you leave, Cam gonna replace you like it ain't nobody's fucking business. The tomfoolery for me. And this is why I say it's so dangerous to get with men with these mindsets, because y'all sitting here thinking you're gonna change him. You're gonna sit here and think he's gonna pick me. He's gonna pick me. And he's not. You just another monkey in his motherfucking show. You just another one in the rodeo. I don't understand how you don't understand. This man was married with kids and still broke that home up, okay? To go find a new one, to impregnate and have more kids. And they ain't even gonna marry you. The lesson learned is we need to start by serving the Lord. Yes, God. And he will always lead us and show us the way.
Now, personally, I'm usually of the opinion that people can change their mind. People can change their stance in some certain things, because people can grow, people can learn more. Circumstances might occur that they would understand that what they were thinking before was not the right way to think. So I give her grace that she can change, but it's just ironic that she literally used to talk about strong, independent women, talk about setting boundaries, talk about self-love, self-worth, and she ended up in a situation that she had been calling out other women for. And it's just ironic to me, and it's something that I think about for myself. I'm like, sometimes I'll just be praying like, God, I beg, God, please, I don't want to wait this long. I don't want to openly say I don't like this kind of situations and then end up in the situation that I did not want to end up. Like, I don't want to be a certain way, do things the right way, and then I will end up with someone that, okay, begins to cheat or begins to act funny. I'm like, I don't want to even think of what I would do in such situations. So I don't want that situation to happen at all. So I just keep on praying and just saying that, please, I don't have the strength to actually try and navigate situation like having multiple baby mamas or cheating up and down and the rest. I really don't have the strength, because it's not just about you will send the person out. It's just about the hurt and the betrayal you will feel and all the emotions that I don't have the energy to feel. So personally, I just keep on praying that what I say I don't like, what I've tried to build upon, that someone will not just come and scatter it, or I will be in a situation where I'll be like, what is going on? So that's something that I think about, and that is what I think has happened to Jasmine Brown. Someone mentioned that she was probably cosplaying the strong independent woman thing, that she was probably cosplaying having self-love, on being on a self-love journey, knowing your self-worth, setting boundaries and the rest. I don't necessarily think it's cosplaying. She probably believed that she liked being a strong, independent woman and everything because she was in relationships that were not giving her what she wanted. So she was probably in relationship with men that were not like Cam Newton. Now, Cam Newton is someone like Nick Cannon because he says that he doesn't feel like him having multiple children is a bad thing. He also feels like he takes care of his children, he takes care of his baby mama, that they cannot even say that, and they are like single mothers because he takes care of them. He's always involved in the upbringing of the children.
I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I thought I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
by how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now.
By multiple women? What's the intent?
I just want God
about
to
your
bring
wife?
them. I just want God to bring them.
Oh, okay. And you have, so you just.
Because my point is this. My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you would say it, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, in disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love the kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you thus far, but these families are still broken.
So I feel like when she saw someone like Cam Newton that has the money, that is a provider, that is giving her things, the boundaries and the thoughts and everything that she had before, she just like, I felt like it doesn't matter now because this guy is taking care of her. He's also taking care of his other children and the rest. So she feels like the struggle that she had before, she's not going to have it now. Another thing that I think that has contributed to her changing her stance with some of the things she used to say is the fact that I feel like she is getting the bag with the relationship she has with Cam Newton, because I feel like maybe she's getting more deals because she's Cam Newton's girlfriend and baby mama, because she even made reference to her being the 3rd baby mama for some of our promotional posters. So I think she had a tour or something, a comedy show or something, and she related the fact that she's the 3rd baby mama to do the whole promotion. So I feel like she's making money by just being with him, because people are talking about her and she's getting invited to shows, she's getting invited to podcasts and the rest, and it probably is helping her with her influencing gigs and the rest. She's probably getting a lot more brand deals and paid partnerships or something. So I don't think she's losing out in terms of getting money, and she's not losing out in terms of the guy is providing and taking care of her and her child, and she's enjoying being in a blended family. So I feel like she is getting what she always wanted. So the old stance that she had before is not relevant anymore, because she's getting security, at least financial security. She's getting a child, she's being in a relationship, even though she knows that she might not end up marrying him or he might not end up marrying her. She's contented with the fact that he'll probably always take care of her child, always take care of her, and she will always get the bag. She would always be known as Cam Newton's baby mama, and that might proper in the influencing gigs and also in getting her own bag as a comedian or something, because she has even made fun of herself in one of her shows or something. So she's well aware of the situation she is in, but she doesn't mind, in my own opinion. I think that's what's going on in her mind. Anyway, that's what I think about this whole situation. I just hope she has a backup plan, because the podcast that I saw, which I will discuss in another video, this guy was insinuating that he's not going to end up marrying her, and he also insinuated that he wants more children. And I'm like, 8 children is not enough. Anyway, he's still talking about getting married to the right person. So Jasmine Brown is not the right person? I don't know. Anyway, I just hope she has a backup plan, and I hope that she understands her situation thoroughly. Not that when things flip, she's going to be like, oh, I did this, I did that. Because it is what it is. Anyway, I would love to hear what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think that Jasmine Brown knows what she's doing? And because Cam Newton is someone that takes care of his kids and takes care of his baby mama, she's comfortable just being a baby mama and taking care of his children, or do you think that she's being delusional, delulu, as they would say, in thinking that she's going to cater for a man and he will eventually marry her? I would love to hear your thoughts about this whole situation. So please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with what I said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.